Morning prayers, pretty much a regular thing with me. Did you ever have someone visit you in a dream and you're like, wow, that's so strange? Like, interesting. Yesterday I made pork chops, carrots, mushrooms, rice, and that was for breakfast. And then I had chicken noodle soup for dinner out of a can. I study a lot of different cultures through their spiritual books to understand what's up in the world. So, Duncan's Ritual of Freemasonry, Holy Quran, Biblia Vida Abundante, which is the Bible in Spanish, New International Version of the Bible, English, Hinduism, the Rig Veda. Let me tell you something here. Vedic medicine, natural medicine that's ancient out of India. The Rig Veda and Hinduism says that they have multiple gods. There was Buddhism. The Buddhists were a peaceful people. They ran that place for thousands of years. Thousands. The Buddha existed 25,000 years ago in India. Okay? The whole part of China being Buddhist and all that, it's because the people migrated and spread the word of Buddhism. Jesus was a student of Buddhism. So this is a manipulation after the English British Empire split those people, figured out who was willing to beat women and own women. Gandhi called them the Muslims. Then they were adapted to the Quran, and guess what? Divided into a country called Pakistan. That's right. And then, because those men were willing to do that, guess what? They said, oh, y'all are willing to own women. Well, now we're going to own and beat and rape you. And that's why there's so-called 25 million Pakistani men working in the oil fields of the United Arab Emirates, basically as their servants or lifetime employees or slaves. And the reason I say that is much in the same way like the coal mines used to work on the United States of America. The men worked in the coal mines. They lived on coal miner housing. They bought their food at coal miner food stores. Everything they got was from the coal mine stores up in the mountains. They weren't going to the cities to hang out or going to town. They were down in the mine, in the pit. And if they spoke up, guess what happened? They keep you in the pit a little bit longer, maybe kill you. Then they had to bring in a few women, because men don't like to masturbate, jerk off so much. So, and that's kind of, the coal mine model of that has stopped in the United States. They adapted the mining method in places like South Africa. The main mine that I heard of was the Brandenburg mine in South Africa, where they were very cruel to the employees or slaves or minor servants. But now you have Pakistan is the last stronghold in your face. We have 25 minutes to do our work. There's nothing you can do about it. Well, that's not true. We're doing something about it. And when I say we, I'm talking about the people of God, not just me, no, not the imaginary or the unseen. I'm talking about physical workers of justice. And Jesus is another word for justice. Palacio Justica means palace of justice. We are working towards a palace of justice on the United States and on the world. And when I say we, I mean people who actually respect other human beings and value family. We don't buy and sell babies. We don't buy and sell people for a few minutes or a few hours. We don't drug people against their knowledge or lie to them and call drugs medication and have a doctor give it to you. We don't steal people's children or wives. We don't falsely incarcerate people. We don't murder people. We don't sexually have people against their will, which is called rape. We don't do any of that. Fuck no. No. So, you know, I used to masturbate a lot, jerk off, and then I stopped, and then I started again. And when I stopped again, I realized I felt a lot better. And then I started thinking about that movie Beastmaster. Beastmaster. And these are all recent ideas or machinations or conjectures or whatever I'm figuring out in my head when I pray, and the responses I get from God or angels, not from people pretending to be demons, not from people pretending to be angels, but true things that are not of this world. When I stopped doing that, I realized there's a movie called Beastmaster where this guy learns how to kind of jump into animals. The movie The Exorcist talks about getting demons out of a little girl here in Georgetown in Washington, D.C., The Exorcist. So what I realized is that people were jumping into my body when I masturbated, when I jerked off, when I played with my penis and ejaculated cum and semen. So I've stopped that mostly. Here and there I do, but because of that, remember I said visited in dreams? My ex-wife of the Brew family of Wisconsin Dairy Farm, Brew Dairy Farm, my ex-wife Katya visited me in my dreams last night, and I woke up from the dream. I didn't masturbate, and I didn't come in my pants like a wet dream. No. But she was trying to entice me to do that. Some people call her a succubus. If there's more than one, they're called succubi. She's also a light worker. She's an Eastern Star, which is Freemasonry. The Freemasons decided they wanted one currency for the world, which is now the US dollar. And the Freemasons wanted to own all the spiritual religions of the world. So they started publishing these books of religion and taking the stories from the holy people and putting them into books, and then doing what? Saying it's their intellectual property, copywriting it, and additionally, they spun all of it different. They made names and things cross over. They created a web so that they could own the mentality of people. Then they used the Quran to split the area of Persia into Iraq and Iran and get people to fight and war against each other, basically using the American dollar and American weapons. The Bible splits people Jewish and Christian. And then they use the New Testament of Jesus to split what's a Pharisee, what's a Sadducee. In the Spanish Bible, they call the Sadducees the maestros. Maestros are traditionally music people who play music. Then you get into what you study in history, the English, the Anglish, the Germanic tribes of the Angles, the Saxons, and the Jutes. Jutes sounds a lot like Jews or Judaism or the tribe of Judah. Saxons sounds a lot like saxophones, right? Angles sound a lot like angles, like the right angle, like all the right angles of the L, which is this: love, light, learning, and laughter. But my wife always just said, life's always love, light, and learning. Love, light, and learning. And she's a light worker. Love, light, and learning. But she always left out laughter because she was laughing at me. And that's what they teach their people. And I was married to her for 10 years. We were together actually for about 7. She was cheating on me every time I went to fucking work. And when I'd fall asleep, she'd cheat on me too. She was on all kinds of medication. I was on a pill that put me to sleep and made me gain 100 pounds, where before I went to work every day, I could barely tie my shoes. I'd be out of breath. As I walked away from these people I grew up around, from this fake family, I was raised a scientific experiment by graduate women in science, NIH, Straight Incorporated, and Dr. Robert DuPont, Dr. Joanne Schrass, Carnegie Mellon, George Washington University here in the city. Lots of people had their fucking hands and shit on me and their fingers on me and their chemicals in me. Now, I'm in Washington, D.C. in a homeless place. This is my second homeless place, and I moved in here 2 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago. Although my paperwork will reflect a full transfer as of the 30th of this month, which I signed, I believe, on the 15th with my former case manager, Maisha Pinkard. Now I got a new case manager here and trying to figure out what happened to my housing, and I'm also in the courts again. Anyways, I'm going to drop this off now in 15 minutes. Y'all have a great day. And I'm learning a lot from the internet as well, because people come out to help me through my algorithms and logarithms. Also, well, anyways, bye.